Welcome to Dinny Dabbles, the show where I like to talk about my thoughts and experiences on cosplay, art, and more while doing a character that I've never done before. So, usually for my makeup trials, I like matching it with whatever I'm talking about for these Dinny Dabbles things. So, in this video, I'll be trialing Yasha from Critical Role, the polite, compassionate, loyal, and brave barbarian of the Mighty Nine. And I want to talk about something brave that I did recently. Kinda recently? Anyway, it's all about taking the leap and doing cosplay and content creation full-time. Intro! So, I'm a workaholic. I always have been. I'm just like one of those people who needs to always be doing something. Also, yes, if you noticed, we have a new camera and I'm wearing a mic. So if I also look like off to the side, I'm gonna do that thing where like new camera people do and just look at the viewfinder. Sorry. So actually, I started working in college when I was studying, and the first job I had was a part-time job. I was basically a social media manager and events manager for a local art store. Lovely, lovely job. I adored it, really. I had so much fun, and I was so disheartened when I had to leave. And the reason why I had to leave was because my college was doing the internship, and in my college, the internship basically spans over 2 entire semesters, so that's almost an entire year, and it's a full-time job. Like, I have no classes, it's just the internship. And during that year, I basically worked as an executive assistant to the CEO of a technology company. Although I would argue that I did a lot more.
I'm filming.
It's okay. What's up? Hi, Mom. Donut! Ah! Munchkin? Yes, please. Thank you. Please close the door. Thanks, Mom. I love you. Go, Skip. Go. Go, Mama. Go, Mama. Sorry. So during my internship, I basically worked as an executive assistant for the CEO of a technology company. Although I would argue that I did a lot more than just EA work. Like, I was supposed to be a graphic artist, but like somehow I worked myself up into being an EA within a few days, and then instead of doing like graphic art and digital art and things that would build up my professional portfolio as a graphic artist, I ended up building a portfolio that had experience on business, administration, HR even, and admin work and all of that. It was not my plan, but by the time I graduated, I jumped into the workforce as a marketing assistant for a corporate office. I did a lot more than just marketing for that as well. It was kind of like my internship, did not plan it, but there I was doing all sorts of work that like I certainly never thought I would be doing ever in my life. But don't get me wrong, I still had a good time with the job. Like, I learned so much with the people I was with, and those people, by the way, in my first full-time job was so lovely, like the nicest people I've ever known. And the only reason I started to dislike my job was, as it went on, it started to dawn on me that, maybe this thing isn't for me. Maybe this whole corporate system, it didn't feel right. And I knew that it was all wrong because I didn't feel any satisfaction from anything that I was doing, even though like my bosses would praise me for the work that I did and helping them out and such. But like, to me, it was just like, job done. And it came to the point that I was basically so immersed in that job that I didn't find that much happiness in things that I love to do, like art and even cosplay. I was still actively cosplaying while working this job, and basically it was, something I did in the weekends. I would earn money from cosplay here and there, but that was kind of just a bonus. Like, I would sell my prints and merchandise during conventions, and I would work as a cosplayer for movie gigs, and I even worked as a character actor for a while for Netflix, which was super fun. One of the best experiences in my life. But in the end, I never saw it as something like sustainable. I always thought it was gonna be something I did that was fun over the weekend. This is the wrong brush. Oh no. In fact, when I did decide to resign from that corporate job, I planned it all out. I was gonna stay for a couple more months, and then I was gonna save every single paycheck that I could. And when I finally did resign at the end of the year, I would give myself like a month's break in January of 2020 and just, get back to being myself. myself. I really did not feel like myself after all of that. And then after that 1 month break, I actually planned to get another job, but like in the creative field. So something more in line of like what I took in college and whatever. But being the workaholic that I am, I knew that even during my break, I wanted to stay productive. And that productivity came in the form of cosplay, of course. I burped, sorry. I burped again. So at this point, I still did not consider cosplay being like a full-time thing. In my head, I was thinking maybe I could do this on the side and have that creative job that I wanted and just earn like extra money. But that wasn't the whole point. Like, I love cosplay. I do it for the craft and I don't really do it for money. So that was what was going in my head. And I knew that like events and conventions and selling merchandise would not be like super sustainable like as a part-time sideline kind of thing. So I decided to turn to something that a lot of people have been asking me to do for years now, and that was Patreon. And with Patreon, you know, I actually did consider it long ago when people would start telling me to get one, but my problem, well, not really a problem, my thing with the whole like doing cosplay full-time through Patreon or through other means was I feared and respected it. I could see just how much work is put into being a content creator, and I didn't want to like disrespect that. Like, I knew you needed so much time, so much effort, and you know, a capital to work on becoming like a content creator full time. And you know, during the days that I would think of that, I was still in school. I was still having like my corporate jobs. So I knew that I couldn't do it. But you know, now that I was like 1 month break, I felt like the universe was telling me, yo, you're not doing anything, boy. So I decided, you know what, let's give it a shot. I started to plan out how I would do Patreon for the next 3 months. So January to March was actually all planned out already because that's just the type of person I am. And it actually took me the first half of January to put together how I would approach Patreon. So basically, I would plan content around... Sorry, I'm looking at the mirror, by the way, to do my eyebrows. Okay, I would plan the content around, or like creating the content around the fact that in my head, I was like, this is still gonna be a part-time thing. It ain't gonna be something that... Sorry, I burped again. I can't stop burping. So my plan for like the next few months was to have Patreon on the side. I would do it after an 8 to 5 job, or I would only do it in the weekends. So I started making lists of like what kind of content I would do for those months. And you know, I made sure that it was realistic and doable, and I wanted to start small as well because I didn't want to overwhelm myself, since again, my whole plan was not to make this the thing that I'm doing right now. And I think I started with like, you know, a safe amount of content, which was like 1 HD safe for work photo set, 1 HD NSFW photo set, and then a 2 makeup looks, and 1 was like cosplay and 1 wasn't, and then I think that's it. Is that it? Oh no, and then of course like a bunch of selfies and makeup trials and whatnot. But that was it. Like, that was all I planned. Wow, doing your eyebrows is kind of hard while talking. Maybe I do this off camera real quick. Nope, we're fine. It looks good. In fact, I did my eyebrows. I couldn't do it while talking. Sorry. So, to my surprise, when I launched Patreon, I had a really positive response. Like, I couldn't believe it. And basically, by the time that February was coming to a close, there was that little tinkling in my mind, like, oh, you know, maybe you can do this. Maybe this can be done full time. And so I decided to run with that thought for a while, and I changed my plans of only giving this time for the weekends to now doing it like every single day. So I started planning more content in March, and then I planned even more for April, and then more in the months after that. And basically by the end of 2020, I was finally doing like a amount of content that I was comfortable with. I started a YouTube channel. I was more active on social media than I ever was before, which is still not a lot, sorry. And I even like built and designed my own studio where I could work. And in 2021, I started doing even more than that. I started streaming, I made more regular video content, and I even started doing costumes for other people. And basically, even though I was working every single day, I was so happy. And whoa, this is really dark. It's fine, it's Yasha, it's fine. So even though I was literally working every single day of the year and, you know, making costumes non-stop basically, I was so happy and I was so excited to just keep doing more things. I'm still honestly in disbelief that, this is what I do. Like, that is still such a strange idea for me, even though like I've been doing this for a while now. And, I still to this day fear and respect what I do. And basically it's because I never want to underestimate like all the work that goes into what I do. And I'm basically working just as hard as I am when I started. And like most importantly, I'm still figuring things out. I don't know what I'm doing half of the time, and that's okay. This is something that I know is gonna like grow with me as I keep doing it. And just like anyone else, like I'm still figuring things out. I don't know what I'm doing half of the time, and I don't also allow myself to get caught up on the business side of it. It would probably be smart though, like, to have a more aggressive social media presence or marketing plan, and to like dress up as characters that are currently popular within the community and things like that. But I see cosplay as a form of art and expression, and I don't want these factors, like these like businessy factors, to dictate how I do cosplay and how I do this job of mine. I always want it to be genuine, and I feel like anyway, if I didn't do something that was genuine, it would just be really obvious. Like, it would just not turn out great. So I'm sorry to a lot of people who like want me to cosplay from like current anime and video games and stuff, and I just don't know anything about it because I don't really have that much interest in it. Like, basically, I love what I do. I truly love what I do, and I don't ever want it to feel like a job. I don't want to feel forced into doing this. Oh man, I finished talking. I'm not done with the makeup yet. It's not about the makeup, who cares? So this is my first time writing a script for this type of video, and I finished everything that I had to say before doing like the reveal and then the closing part. So I'm gonna do my makeup off cam, finish Yasha, come back as Yasha, and we'll wrap it all up. Okay, bye! Focus. Shh. Sorry, I'm recording now. Okay. Hello! Here is the finished look for Yasha. I feel very powerful, to say so myself. I actually really like how this turned out. Although, even though I really enjoy how this turned out, I will have to say, I don't think I will ever cosplay Yasha like full on, and there are two reasons for that. One, I'm only 5 foot tall, like I'm tiny. I am like Pike size. And the second is my aura is like a little anxious boy, and I just do not have the presence of a fierce warrior, and I don't think I ever will, even if I look like this. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this whole Dinny Dabbles episode with a bunch of cliches, so buckle up. Life is really too short to be doing So life is really too short to not be doing what makes you happy. I firmly believe that anyone can achieve their dreams if they work hard and, put all the effort in it. And you also have to be open to all the changes happening. Like, I would not be where I am right now if I had stuck to like my original plan. No, everything changes as you go on, and you kind of have to just roll with it. You also have to remember that whatever you want to do will affect the people around you, especially the ones closest to you. So don't ignore the little steps that you have to take before being where you want to be and doing what you want to do. Think realistically and just work hard to do what you want to do. And last few tips would be like, stay grounded, be open and accepting of change, and be a decent human being. Make sure that like your dreams don't hurt others, and of course does not hurt yourself. Yep. And lastly, even if you do work independently, like it's just you, like kind of like what I do, where it's just cosplay and I'm the cosplayer and the maker and everything, you can't do it alone. You will always have people with you. So before this video closes, I just want to take the time to say thank you to a few people. The first one is to my partner, Emiliano.
Hello.
He's right there. Thank you for just always having my back and being the best support in like every aspect of my life. Thank you to my mama, of course. I would literally not be where I am without her. Thank you for being the superwoman that you are and just working so hard so that my brother and I can do the work that we're doing right now. And thank you to my brothers. Thank you, Jello Grayson. Yeah, follow him, he's the best. And Skipper Grayson for just being there. Especially during like all the rough times, I would not have gone through them without you guys. Thank you as well to our fellow melting pot heads. Jay Tablante, thank you for always just being game to work with me. I am always game to work with you. And thank you to Franco Barrio, fashion designer extraordinaire. And he is just an inspiration, and it's so great to have his creative mind with us in the same space. And of course, a big thank you to my friends who basically like save my life and inspire me every day. Fox, Rib, and Snow, you guys mean the world to me. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you guys and my patrons in particular. I literally would not be talking about this in front of a new camera to you guys without you. So thank you. I don't have words like to fully express and encompass how grateful I am, but just know you mean the world to me. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it. Sorry for making this super sappy in the end. I'm gonna do those important YouTube things that YouTubers do. If you want me to talk about anything specific on the next Dinny Dabbles episode, you can put it in the comments below. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I think it's called thumbs up. Like, thumbs up, one of those. If you like it, so that I know that you like this type of content. And if you want to see more videos with me, you can check out the rest of my channel. You can subscribe. I basically post about 2 videos every month. I'm trying to do more, but it is 2 for now every month. And yep, and if you just like my general awkwardness, hello, hi, thank you for being here. Okay, that's it. Bye.